Good morning. We are going to be doing a garden tour this morning. It has been a little bit since I have done one, but this morning we are going to do one. Now that things are actually like growing and you can actually see things, for the longest time like there wasn't much growing and it didn't really seem like much was happening. So things are happening and we're supposed to get rain for like the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to do a garden tour today and then I'll do one after it finishes raining and show you the growth that has happened. Exploding like crazy, I hope. With me here is my trusty sidekick, Anna. I am Mariah, and this is Baby Bucket, Anna's favorite baby.
No, this one isn't my favorite baby.
Oh, this is the baby that can come outside. Anyway.
Favorite baby stays inside.
Yep. If you're new here, we have a 3,000 square foot garden that I'm doing back to Eden style gardening, which is a no-till method of gardening. This is our first year actually doing it completely, so we're excited to see how it works and hopefully it does well.
Boing, boing, boing.
It is almost blackberry time here. Blackberries are just starting to ripen, turning red. So we have this wild thorny patch right here that someday we may remove. They're wild and very pokey. Then my dad gave me these last year, 10 bushes here, and they are just starting to bloom. Oh no, this guy bent. Why did he bend? Oh, that's weird.
What?
He bent over like he broke. Maybe he's too heavy? This guy looks fine though. Okay, so if anybody knows, tell me why there's these random thick stems in my blackberries. They're in both kinds, so they're in like right there, big pokey one, and tall pokey one, but the rest of the branches aren't like that. But anyway, we have little fruits coming on here. So exciting all over, and there's lots of flowers. So super exciting. Excited to have them this year and not have to be poked by them. Also down here we've extended our bed a little bit and I put in this elderberry bush that a friend gave me. My hope is that it'll just kind of take over this whole area and be massive and crazy. What happened?
My toe hurts.
Why does your toe hurt?
Because I got a bee sting.
Oh dear. Will it be okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is it poofy and fat?
No.
Is it just poofy and fat in between your toes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
On the bottom.
And it just makes it miserable.
I think the grass helps the
Oh,
bottom.
because it's cool.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's show them our garden though, because it's beautiful this morning.
Can I pluck some?
Just a minute. Let's show them how beautiful it is. Look at all that greenery. Sometimes it just doesn't look like there's very much. Where should we start? Should we start over here? Or should we start over here?
Should start over there.
Over here? Okay.
I'm going to start.
Well, tell them what's in here. What's this thing right here?
Hens and chicks.
Where did you get hens and chicks from?
The farm store.
He gave it to you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are these guys?
Rosemary's.
Look at how good these rosemaries are doing. I potted them up a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago, and they just like exploded. So I need to find probably a bigger container or a permanent home for them. And also in here I have some more melons and stuff that I was sprouting.
Tomato and melons.
And just random stuff.
And just random stuff.
So you're probably like, why are you sprouting your melons and stuff, Mariah? Why don't you just plant them from seed? Well, I tried like twice, and these little bugs kept munching them. Only one of the many problems that I will discuss as we go through our garden, but yeah. Just a minute. Just a minute. So these little bugs would just come as soon as the seedling sprouted. I don't know what they were, but they would just munch them and then they'd be gone. So I started some from seed up at the house and then I transplanted them. Most of them survived past that. I was able to manage to do a few melons, actually direct sowing them, and they sprouted well and did well. My cucumbers, I think I planted them 3 times and none of them grew past like 2 leaves. So I had to do that this year. It worked out okay. All right, so this is super cool. Anna, would you like to tell what is over here?
It's a sunflower.
Where is the sunflower? Look at this huge sunflower we're growing on our compost pile. It is massive. Is it taller than you? Oh, it's way taller than Baby Bucket.
But
You're still taller than it. Do you think when it's done raining, do you think you will be tall? It will be taller than you?
yeah.
Probably. Then we have some random like cantaloupes and things. I think this is a watermelon. We're just kind of letting them go. Some of them were taken out, but we're just kind of having fun with it over here. Oh no! This brings us to our other problem. Voles. We've been having lots and lots of problems with voles, and they ate my sweet potato. I'm so mad at them. Alright, so let's talk voles. I do not like these guys. They have made me probably want to give up gardening more than any other thing this year. Not, but it's made me want to because, okay, number one, you can't see them. They're just tunneling underground. Number two, I've tried multiple things to get rid of them, and nothing has worked. I have these sonar things that don't work. I mean, it's right here next to that sweet potato, and it didn't work. I've tried mouse traps. I've tried Molmax, castor oil stuff. Didn't work. I feel like there's something else I tried. The neighbor cat was around for a while, but I haven't seen him recently, so he probably gave up trying to get them. So, if you have any tips and tricks of how to get rid of voles, I would love to know, because they are not my friend. They ate a bunch of my potatoes. They've tried to eat a bunch of my sweet potatoes. I really haven't lost a lot. They ate a couple of peppers and eggplants right off the bat. Ate a tomato plant. Ate a strawberry plant. The only thing that they have not touched so far, and I feel like they probably will soon, is my lettuce, onions, and carrots. I think they're like the only crop. And maybe the beans. Yeah, I don't think they've eaten the beans. Nope, they ate a few beans. Yeah. So, it's not been a fun year with those voles. Pretty much the other pests, like, I can handle, especially since I can see them. The groundhog, we eliminated a few of them. I can handle that, I think. But these voles, I can't see them, so I can't get rid of them. But enough about the depressing pest issues. Let's move on to what is nice and beautiful. So we have our tomatoes. This long row of tomatoes. I'm glad. This long row of tomatoes. My fence is still working. The fence has stabbed my toe. Yes, it's still working. My toe is better. My nail did not fall off. Anyway, so these tomatoes are doing well. They are looking so healthy, so green and lush. I have been pruning them. I've never really done this before, but pruning off all the suckers. Learned this from Jess at Roots and Refuge, how to do this. And basically just taking out all the suckers from in between the armpits of the branches. And then trimming off some of the lower leaves just so that it can have good airflow under here. And as it grows taller, I will probably trim off some more. We have some little blossoms in there, which are super cool. And I'll show you some tomatoes in just a minute.
I have the tomatoes that Mommy pruned off the suckers.
Are they growing?
Yeah.
Because you can technically take those suckers that you pull off your tomato plant and either root them in some water or root them in moist soil, and you will get a whole new plant. So Anna has tried doing that to a couple of them. I don't know that they're going to make it, but she's trying. Anyway, so behind here we have all our beans. A whole bunch of our beans. A lot of bush beans. And some basil is back in there. It's kind of hard to tell through this fence, but there's some basil right there. It's growing nicely. My beans are looking lush. Beautiful. The tomatoes. So I'm just tying them up with some twine onto this fence, and I'll just keep tying them up as they keep growing. We also have a marigold back in there. It's almost ready to bloom. Lots more tomatoes. So we have beans and all that. Okay, so these are my heirloom beans, and they did not germinate nearly as well as some of the other ones. I also think I have some pole beans in there because there's a long stringy thing, and I think that needs something to climb. So I really need to get some posts or something in here for the random pole beans that are in there. Oh well. Anyway, more. We got a volunteer bean here. Look at this tomato that's in here. Look at that tomato. It's getting big. Oh, and look. Here's a whole bunch more big ones.
That's Biggie.
That's Biggie? That plant is Biggie? Okay, I think Anna called it Biggie.
This one.
That one's Biggie?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Biggie. I don't remember what kinds these are, but probably like a beefsteak or something.
So,
look at those tomatoes. Oh, that marigold, Anna, is just about ready to bloom.
blooming.
See if I can. It's almost blooming. So I ran out of the fencing, so I had to switch to Florida weave down here. It's not my favorite, but it'll work. So we have the rest of the row, not very far, with the Florida weave, and I, put in lots of posts so I could just do like 2 plants per thing. Check out this cherry tomato. Ouch. Stabbed. Anyway. Look at this cherry tomato. It is huge. There's tons of cherry tomatoes already down here. Look at them down there. And that's like a perfect little cluster right there. And another perfect little cluster there. I've also been pruning these guys too, trying to keep up with them. Back row here is some Roma tomatoes. We'll see how they do. They're a determinate kind, so they won't grow as high. That one is also, this is also a cherry tomato. This cherry tomato is not as huge as that cherry tomato. Like, even its stalk is not as big. It's just very interesting. So then we have our pepper row, an eggplant row. We also have some zinnias interspersed with here. I don't remember all the kinds of peppers in here, but there's, this side is like the sweet peppers, and then the other side is the hot peppers. But look, here's a little baby pepper. So then more peppers over here. They're looking way better than when I planted them. They were so yellow, but now they're much better. Look at that pepper. That is huge. I'm so excited to be eating fresh peppers again. My eggplant are looking much better. They had a little bit of flea beetle damage, but they have pulled through wonderfully. And I did not treat them at all or anything. I just kept picking the flea beetles off when I saw them. So they are doing well. Well. They look a little silly, but they're good. And these are my hot peppers. These are some poblanos. Look how tall this thing is. It's huge. Anyway, I don't remember what all these guys are. I know I have some banana, but I don't remember if these are banana or these are jalapeno or what, but one of these guys had the pepper on him. Which guy was it? He had a big old pepper on him. This guy had the pepper. It's probably a banana pepper. I would guess that looks like a banana pepper. And so then I think this other one must be a jalapeno. Where did it go?
What's a jalapeno?
Oh, here it is. Right here. This tiny little baby pepper. So I think
Baby pepper.
this tiny little baby pepper, it must be a jalapeno. So those are the banana peppers. It's nice that you can tell, you know.
Banana.
Anyway, so then I have some more sweet peppers that I planted a little bit later. And then I have sweet potatoes. So this first batch, these ones I started myself. They're starting to shoot out. So exciting. And these ones I bought as already rooted slips. They're already in dirt and stuff. They're doing okay. And then these ones I bought just as regular slips. There's some random like cantaloupes or something in here that volunteered, but I'm gonna leave them for now. Anyway, they're pretty exciting to see grow because when I got them, they looked so sad and miserable. Like, look at this guy. He's just exploding. This guy down here, especially, this one here, literally just looked like a stem when I got him. And I was like, there's no way he's ever gonna grow. But I planted him, and now he's got plenty of leaves on him. He's growing.
He's growing.
So that's exciting, right?
That one's his buddy.
They got buddies?
Yeah, this one is a buddy.
Yeah.
For that.
So then I'll just show you here.
The buddy for this one. This one is the buddy.
Look at this guy. He's like going crazy. So we have 2 rows of corn that you can actually see now. So I'm not going to take you down all of them, but 2 rows of corn growing there. And we have our 4 arch trellises here.
This is a zinnia that we always Well, we have these extra zinnias we just planted here.
Yeah, why'd we plant them there?
Because they're more extra.
And
they make flowers.
then it will be beautiful there, right?
Uh-huh. And I have to check the other zinnias, and maybe we'll take you along.
Okay. So then we have some climbing beans here, some whole beans. I think the seed got put in the wrong spot. I think it was supposed to go over there, but whatever. Anyway, we got more over here. So we got 2 panels long. Can you keep going, please? All right, so we have some dragon tongue bush beans along the outside here. Both of these 2 rows. And then we have some cucumbers here. These ones are ones that I transplanted. Where are they? Uh-oh. Oh, is that a ladybug? That's a ladybug. You can stay. And we have some dill growing, which I hope will be perfect for when the cucumbers are ripe. Oh, feels like a vole's been squishing around in here. You can tell when the ground is squishy. Anyway, more pole beans here. And these are some long beans that my friend gave me. They're coming. They're just a lot slower than the others. I'm not super sure why. And we have some zinnias down here. They're not quite ready to bloom yet, but they're getting close.
Well, I feel like
if we find one. This one's got a little bud.
Can I?
So we have more beans on this side. They're climbing like crazy. More bush beans out here. More dill. More beans. More cucumbers. So then we have some melons. And I kind of forget what kind these are because I transplanted some of these in here. And I don't remember exactly. But anyway, transplanted some in here because I needed some to grow. This one I think grew from seed here. And this one grew from seed here. And they seem to be doing okay. Voles, leave my plants alone. And then we have a few more melons down here. This was a zinnia. Now it just wants to be a wild cherry tomato. So then I planted some more tomatoes here. Just randomly because I had some extras. Some zinnias. They are doing fantastic. So something pretty cool about these tomatoes is when I planted them, they had desperately needed to be planted like weeks before. But anyway, I hadn't known where I was going to plant them and giving some away and all that. Anyway, so these were the leftovers. They just looked so bad and sad. I gave them some fish fertilizer just to see if it could possibly help them. And they turned into these lush, beautiful green plants like almost overnight. It's crazy how much just that little bit of nutrients gave them. And yeah, just super cool. So then we have some nasturtiums down here.
Can I fill mine?
In a little row. Then we have our strawberry bed, which has been so amazing to have this year. But look, we're not even done. We have heaps more fruit being set on. Tons more blossoms. I think we're gonna have like a whole nother wave of strawberries. We've gotten probably 20 cups or more of strawberries from this thing, and they are so sweet. Like, think wild strawberry. If you ever grew up as a kid trying to find wild strawberries and finding them, and they're like the sweetest strawberries ever. They're little, but they are so good. I would definitely plant these again if I can find more seeds for this. I saved some seeds because I planted these from seed last year. And so if I can get some more to grow, I will definitely expand this patch because it was worth the like $4 or whatever I spent on seeds for them. So we are enjoying these strawberries. Do you want to see if you can find one? For a little munching?
To show them first?
Yeah, show them first.
Bucket, mate.
Oh, hey, here's one. No, it's not quite ripe. They're not like as
David Bucket can find one.
as ready these days, but this guy's ripe. Mmm.
Show them the camera.
This lettuce, we've been eating a little bit of it, but it's not been super yummy. My cilantro has bolted and is going to seed, but that's okay because I can just do that right there. Then I can have more. Same over there. We got a little bit from it. Yeah, these are doing really, really well. So we also have more tomatoes over here across there. This cilantro going to seed, so here's the little seeds we'll save. And we have some nasturtium underneath there. This bush is just kind of falling over. Some random wildflowers growing there. Probably more nasturtium coming up there. And another nasturtium. I'm ready for them to bloom. And then these other tomatoes, I think these are Roma tomatoes over here. So then down at this end of the row we have potatoes. The voles have gotten a few of them. Some more dill. Some random melons because, you know, we need to. We have potatoes over here of a few different varieties.
What kind is
Anyway.
this?
What kind are all these? These are red and white potatoes. They're flowering, so that means they'll be ready in a little bit, which is exciting to see. So we have potatoes like sporadically all the way down this row. Not nearly as nice looking as I was hoping it was going to look, but I'm thankful for the potatoes we do have. So we planted these onions last fall, and they are definitely going to seed. So I'm going to try to save some of the seeds from them. So I'm saving some of them, but I'm also using some of them, and they're fine. Like, they're doing what they're supposed to. I mean, this guy, he didn't really go to seed, so I'm hoping he can be like a usable onion, but he is huge. Look at that. But we've gotten a lot of onions from this little patch, so even though they did go to seed, they're still fine. We really, really have been liking this red lettuce. It is so yummy and very plentiful and has not started to bolt yet. I feel like my romaine has started to bolt because see, it's getting tall, getting ready to go to seed. Yep, it's probably done. Probably about time to pull it out. This mustard never actually produced anything worth harvesting, but I'm letting it go to seed so it can try again. And one more little spot of potatoes up here. Planted a few more sweet potatoes over here that I had left over. My peanuts really didn't grow very well. I mean, the voles didn't leave them alone long enough for them to grow, but I have one there and one up there. That's it. Some more random melons, more dill, volunteer tomato, probably a cherry tomato. Melons, I don't remember what all these are, but there's honeydew. There's honeydew, watermelon of different kinds, cantaloupe, that sort of thing. I'll be able to tell better once they actually like sprout. Those are some carrots that I'm not really sure how they got there, but maybe the seeds washed over. That's probably a watermelon. Looks like a watermelon. More watermelon. We're gonna have a lot of watermelon. Watermelon. I think these are honeydew. I think that's what I planted up here.
No, they're cantaloupe.
More watermelon.
Watermelon.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of watermelon. Okay, would you like to explain what this part is, honey?
My sunflower house.
But what's this part specifically?
My deck.
This is her deck, where the flowers are, and it's outside her sunflower house, so she's got watermelon on her deck. What does this mean?
An eggplant.
An eggplant.
And these blackberries too.
And some flowers, some nasturtiums, some forget-me-nots, a potato that she snagged, a pepper plant.
No, I didn't snag the potato.
You did. You found it, left over, and you snagged it and put it in there. It was okay.
Now can I?
Very gently.
Don't
Don't get too close.
My pepper is so big. This is my bestest pepper I ever had. My sunflower. Is that sunflower?
Mm-hmm.
Sunflower, 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 tomato, sunflower, 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 sunflower. There's a racket. Sunflower, 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 sunflower. Basils were in here. Sunflowers are in here. Big sunflower, tomato, tomato, bean, bean, tomato, and carrots, perennials, and
Is that it?
I'm going to show them the actual flower of this perennial bush. The biggest flower I ever seen is this flower. This flower is so cute. Them are perennials. And I love the perennial bush. And this is red lettuce, my mom's red lettuce.
What else is there? You forgot something.
Onions. I can see how good the onions are.
Yeah, 'cause look. Let's show them up close. Look at how big they're getting. They're bulbing right up. But this lettuce, whew, looks like we got a harvest today or tomorrow, maybe again.
Okay.
Oh wait, we forgot to show them this beet.
That beet is so cute. The onions. That. Tomato. Tomato, carrot. Beet, carrot.
All right, I'm gonna finish it off, okay?
Okay.
We have a couple more sweet potatoes over here just because I needed to have some room for them. We have some random beets that are over here. I'm gonna come zoom back here for a minute. This right here is my favorite looking spot in the whole garden. Got lettuce with the onions behind it. It just looks so beautiful. Plus, I mean, the fact that the pests have not monkeyed with it at all. We've gotten harvest of the lettuce like crazy. Has been great. We do have some zinnias and sunflowers back here, so hopefully they do well.
That's how big the beet is.
How big? That big?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Is it ready to pick?
Not quite.
Okay.
Probably after all the rain it will be good. The carrots are looking bushy and lovely and probably getting ready for harvest, I would think. Oh, there's zinnia back there. Lots of carrots. We have some random volunteers. Zinnias that I'm just gonna let stay in here because the carrots will be coming out soon and then that will just be pretty. And we have our ones we planted that are almost ready to bloom. Probably within the next couple of days, they'll be blooming. With the rain, we really need this rain that's coming in the next couple of weeks. It has rained half an inch in the last, I think it's been 3 weeks. So that's not a lot. Oh yes, and I also forgot, my hose is all busted as I was, right after I'd planted everything, I think, one after another, like 2 or 3 hoses busted right in a row. They were kind of old, worn out, but it meant I was bucketing water down from the house, which is a good distance. And yeah, that was not very fun. My husband bought me some new hoses, and so that is much appreciated to be able to water again very well and easily and not have to carry it so far. So definitely this year is a lesson in me learning to adapt to the different pests that we have and not get discouraged, because like one plant getting taken out by a vole can kind of discourage me a lot. But I mean, I have so much other stuff that is growing, and that's kind of why I didn't want to do a garden tour for a little while, because it just kind of seemed like all I was dealing with was food getting munched and nothing was growing. And so it was just kind of hard to like want to come out here and shoot something, because it just kind of seemed like it was failing. But I don't think it is. And maybe this will encourage you that just because your garden might be starting to look like it's failing, maybe it's not really. Maybe it will still grow. I hope I can still get something. But like, even just reminding myself that the whole bunch of cups of strawberries that we've gotten out of here, all the lettuce, all the onions, already we've gotten a good harvest from what we've planted. So I hope that will continue to be true, and that God will bless our harvest this year. So that is it for our garden tour for today. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can keep seeing the rest of our growing for the rest of the summer. Hopefully the pests will leave us alone and we can get a good harvest. Also share this with other fellow gardeners if you want to. We'd love that. And comment down below what you're growing and what is having success in your garden, maybe what's not having as good of success. I'd just love to hear about that. So we'll see you next time.